Hello there, everyone. This is Soul Server 17 here, and looking for this like usual. I do not own this picture. This is not a paid video. Alright, okay. So, new thing is, I have a app to make thumbnails. And let me turn off my fan because there is no one up at this hour. And so, I have found it. It's because of the Vaikage. Which, thank you. Also, I have, if the Vaikage watching this, I like your videos, and, well, I seen the Kevin 11 one, and let's just say, I laughed at a certain part, so, thank you for that laugh. Just already started my day at 12:55, so yeah, just want to say that. So, a lot of my videos now are gonna be having thumbnails, so I'm gonna be keeping pictures from this one, say these two thumbnails. The Naruto picture was from the Naruto High School DAC. I thought of reusing it just with this picture that's on the left side. So yeah. So as you can see, this is what Naruto was an assassin. And, well, in the world of Naruto, the assassins live. The assassin, from Assassin's Creed, the video game. They're around. The Creed lives in this world. And they have a weird connection with animals. With basically any type of bird. So, mostly hawks, falcons, basically them. And they get this weird, the emblem is a sign of their creed, but it also has a unique ability of theirs that, it's like a dojutsu that gives them the unique ability to connect to their animal friend and, basically see through their eyes and see markers of people, on how strong people are or such. A little bit to know what it is. So yeah, I'll get more into it later. But first, let me just get everything I showed on this. Let me get a drink or something, because I know I'm gonna be talking a lot and my throat's gonna get dry. So hold on. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, this is what Naruto was an assassin, part 1. Alright. So, wait, quick thing. I'm not giving Naruto any Sharingans or ancient weapons in this one, because there are I only am taking the assassin's part, not the ancient beings who have these overpowered weapons of technology. Say the apple. That is not in this. There will be something else though. Basically, since it's the Naruto world, say a weapon from the Sage of Six Paths. A weapon that was so dangerous that no one could have wielded it, not even the Sage himself. Well, he could, but it was hard for him to control. So yeah. And there are the enemies of the assassins in this one, but I don't know. I could make it the Akatsuki. They're a bigger group, but or something. I don't know. Nah, I just want to say the assassins have been around for a very long time, but whatever. Let's just get into this. What if? Alright, so as we're starting off with a young Naruto Uzumaki, around 5 years old. Everything goes to canon. The villagers don't like him. People in this one do try to hurt him and kill him. Well, they want to, at least, but they don't try. Because one person has actually done so and nearly got their head cut off by a not Katsuki, a Ambu, in which people have been afraid now to even try to hurt Naruto. And so, they basically have done, well, the adults have done trying to make Naruto's life worse in many ways. For him to always have the price jacked up on him, with him buying like certain foods and such. Even like half price, they don't give him like half price. They half price it for other people, but then with like when it says half price for him, it's like a double amount on it for him. So like say it's like Indian currency 1,500. It's it's like 2 cents more up. Not 2 cents. I mean, it's like basically 1,700, 1,700 instead of 1,500. Ryu, yen. So yeah, Naruto has been getting tired of this. So let's say this: Naruto plans to leave the Hidden Leaf Village. He made a plan to leave during the night that day. So, as Naruto does his normal routine, go around the town, go around the village, and try to find someone to like hang out with and talk with. But not everyone's parents, keep them away from Naruto. And Jonins, Jonins and like 2 Jonins and 3 Chunins decide to mess with Naruto. One saying, "Hey, look at this," as they grab a rock and throw it at him. Naruto gets hit by it, and these guys just laugh as they just start throwing like random objects until Naruto starts running. So they follow him, and Ambu that are usually protect him are following them too. Naruto hears the guy saying, "Hey, come back here! We weren't done with you." As a man's walking in, a man in a white outfit. Basically, imagine. Well, since there is C's out there, I'm saying that there are assassins of all different type, and the names of the protagonists of Assassin's Creed are in this, along with, but not like the actual, like a little bit of the character design, but different. So yeah, so I'm only going with until like Black Flag. Characters' names. No, like, and maybe not Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Maybe that one. Maybe that. Haven't decided yet. All I know is I want to go up to Black Flag. So, yeah. Names and maybe a little bit of character design. But anyways, so this man is wearing all white, has a little bit of a red sash around his waist, just walking along with a hood on that covers most of his face that no one can see his eyes. And Naruto bumps into him and he goes, "Sorry, sir, I didn't mean to." As he's looking up, as the man doesn't look mad at Naruto or looks upset. All he asks is, "Kid, what's the?" As then he gets his answer. The guys are following him. I run after him. Basically says, "Hey, demon brat!" Basically, as Naruto looks at them, and he just hates them. Basically, this person can tell that this kid hates these people. And Naruto's just thinking, "I'm not a demon. I'm a human being." As well, this person walks past Naruto to go right in front of him, as the Jonins and Chunins look at him, just saying like, "Are you protecting him?" As this man doesn't say a word. As one, like the 2 Chunins just run over and just say, "Get out of our way, so if you don't, you're gonna die." As some villagers heard this, And right when like one throws a fist at him with a kunai, he dodges it, and then he all of a sudden hidden blades the other one right in the mouth, like basically right in the jaw, all the way up his head, basically into his brain, killing him. As the guy who tackles dodge sees this, and then he just has his hand away and kicks the guy suddenly, and throws basically a throw knife, hitting the guy in this basically the neck, and he's gonna die anyway. So yeah, as the two Jonies going like, what the? As he just says, leave if you don't want to die. I suggest you do so. As these guys just don't know. They just say, right, as they, basically run away. As this man turns around and looks down at Naruto and basically goes on one knee and says, are you alright? As Naruto goes, yeah, you killed him. Man, these villagers really deserve that at least. He asks, what did they do? Well, I mean, not the villagers, these ninjas. Basically, he asks, what did they do? He says, they were starting to throw rocks at me, and, well, it was just too much. As the man finished, he goes, yeah. So he can really look at Naruto and just say, like, he thinks, has this boy been not eating right, not properly fed, nor has he been, well, as he looks, as he does see, like, this kid's only 6, and basically he has, like, a bruise on his shoulder, not his shoulder, his arm, that he can see. And this just angers him. He goes, has the Hokage done anything about this? And Hiruzen has tried, which Naruto does nod and says he has tried. It's just these villagers don't care. They don't care about me. Just call me a demon fox. As this person, everything just clicks for him. And so he he basically picks up Naruto, starts carrying him, and saying, well, then this is going to change for you, young man. You're coming with me. He goes, what? He goes, you're going to learn the ways how to kill people. Which Naruto goes, wait, what do you mean? He goes, you're a ninja. You're going to have these skills anyways. But you're going to be trained on how to fight different than a ninja. I'll tell you when we leave this village what I do. Alright? As Naruto nods, and, well, Naruto and this man goes over to the Hokage's office, in which Hiruzen's there. Hiruzen tells him, to come in, as this man's carrying Naruto, which, well, Hiruzen looks with a little bit of worry and surprise and shock and doesn't know what else. So, he asks, this man, who are you? And I'm saying this is the very first assassin that we got in Assassin's Creed series. He says, my name is Altair, and I'm here to tell you that I am taking this boy with me, and I know, and the Creed will train him. And which Hiruzen goes like, wait, Creed? He goes, a group of assassins. Which Naruto technically was a little bit of sleeping, because, well, not well nourished. You're going to sleep a lot. So, Naruto's a little bit, sleeping. And Hiruzen goes like, why? He goes, well, you're doing such a fine job protecting this boy. You basically are having the villagers treat him like a monster. And yet, you're just protecting, you probably think you're protecting him. In reality, Third Hokage, you're having this boy live a life of fear, pain, and loneliness that no one deserves. And this kind of hurts his pride. But then Altair says, and I heard the village treat each other like family. So, this is how they treat each other? When one's different, they treat each other like dirt and mud and garbage. Some family. And this hurts Hiruzen's heart. He sighs and says, alright. How long Naruto's gonna be gone? He goes, oh, we have many different, scrolls and techniques. All over the 5 nations, actually, we have all the techniques of ninjas, kages, past to present. Different techniques that we come up with our own. And let's just say we even have a special connection with a ancient beast. In which Hiruzen goes, wait, what do you mean? It was like, it's a guardian of the creed. Which nothing will be said. So, this allows us to have a little bit of a special ability with our chakra. It's like a dojutsu. And mostly dojutsus that we're allowed to do. In which Hiruzen does say one thing. Say these words. Will he be safe? And then Altair says, you have my word. Basically. And Hiruzen just says, alright. Can I just see him real quick? As basically Altair, lets Hiruzen see Naruto as he sees some bruising on Naruto and the look on how much Naruto has not he shouldn't not look this way as a kid. He's in between, he basically looks he's in between being a healthy boy and then not such a healthy one. And it's Hiruzen just feels horrible that he did not notice. He was following the old way and what the elder said, the council member said, instead of looking at Naruto as a boy that needed protection and needed someone to be there for him. And he basically tells him to go and just protect him, which Altair can see the sadness in Hiruzen's eyes that he's trying not to look at Altair at all in the eyes, but he can tell through body movement and expression. And he says, I will. You have my word. As he takes Naruto and leaves, Hiruzen then goes into his seat and just starts crying and, he does not believe in him. His heart is broken. His will of fire is just, it's there, but it's he doesn't know if what he's done to Naruto, he doesn't think he deserves to be a Hokage, So, Hiruzen is not himself anymore. Basically, Naruto wakes up on the road. They have gotten some Naruto stuff. Altair did, and basically, he had his own wagon, let's just say, and Naruto is traveling in it. Basically, was sleeping. Hold on, real quick. So he asks, "Where am I?" He goes, "We're on the road. Don't worry. We'll be there in 2 to 3 days time." He goes, "Wait, really?" He goes, "Yes." So, Naruto, allow me to explain who I am. My name is Altair. I'm an assassin of the Creed. And Naruto goes, assassin? Creed? He goes, yes. We take contracts, or jobs, missions as you will, to hunt down people that deserve it, or we're hired to kill. Basically like a mercenary. But most of all our jobs is kill and gather intel on our targets. We even have a sort of a guardian spirit that's a beast that give us unique abilities. As then a hawk does like come down and land on Altair's shoulder. In which Naruto goes, wow, he's so cool. And Altair says, yes, I raised him from a hatchling. Basically, our creed's guardian allows us to see one's surroundings through our animal companion. And basically, we're able to tell where our certain entry points, enemies, whereabouts, and we're able to even remember where everyone is. We even can like somewhat see through walls because of this. See where everyone is at one point, which is very useful. There are some downsides. Basically, it's some people rely on this too much and they do get cocky. As Naruto nods his head in a little bit of an understanding. And so then he does say, but the more experienced the assassin, the dangerous their jobs will be, along with the more reputation, or should I say, status you will get in the Creed. But you are a unique case. Which Naruto goes, wait, what do you mean? He goes like, well, Naruto, I don't know if you're ready for this, but you have something within you that is sealed, and, well, I don't think you're ready to handle, as Naruto says, the nine-tailed fox, in which Altair just looks at Naruto and goes like, wait, how long? He goes, they've been calling me Demon Fox. I mean, I'm born the same day as the nine-tailed fox attack, along with, I kind of look like the fourth Hokage. So, and plus, Haru, basically, he says basically, Gramps had a picture of the fourth Hokage hanging on a freaking wall. I noticed it, and I figured out that was the fourth. So, I found his name. Also, I found a woman named Kushina Uzumaki. I put two together. He goes, you're smart for a kid your age. He goes, well, when it's all about survival, you gotta be smart. Which Altair agrees. And so, he does tell him, though, we're going to be teaching you in almost, well, how can I say this? We're going to be teaching you to the point where you're going to be going back to the village, but no one will be able to harm you or hurt you. You're going to be like the phantom of there, a phantom to them, a whisper in the wind that your name will basically terrify them to even say it. As Naruto kind of laughs at this, he goes, I couldn't be that good. He goes, well, since you have a fox inside of you, you should be cunning and tricky. Well, a cunning and a trickster to them. Which, well, foxes are also agile and, well, quite strong. So, let's see how you do. As Naruto says, right. As basically 2 days' time, they get over to the hideout of the Creed, in which it is actually in a area of that is forgotten by time, in which Naruto is there. He goes, "Whoa, this is amazing." As Altair goes, "Yes, these buildings have been standing here for thousands of years. Basically, it's like a ruins of an old civilization that we repurposed into the Creed." Well, the first assassins did. Everyone after, including me, joined. Years and years later before. Hold on. And so Naruto goes, "Okay, how many people are here?" And he says, "Roughly 500. People who are on missions, there's like another probably 50 more. So probably 550, kid." And he goes, "Well, Mr. Altair." And he goes, well, well, basically, Naruto, you should understand this, that since you're here, you're going to be put through trials and tests. Each one is going to demonstrate your skills you have learned, and you're going to have to fight the, well, people, basically, to prove your worth. And he goes, so, like a ranking to see who's better, and if you're not good enough, you get kicked out. As Altair says, it's a secret area that we live in, Naruto. You don't get kicked out. You live here. You don't go back to wherever you were, and, well, that's actually pretty good for some, because the ones that basically that are assassins were once people who had no homes. Even the children here, they had no homes, and we took them in. Which Naruto just smiles at this, and he just says, "That's good." And so Naruto and Altair go over to basically the leader of the Creed, and he goes, "Altair, who is this?" And he says, "This is Naruto Uzumaki." In which the leader of them just stares at him and he goes, "Wait, you're," as he goes, "Yeah, the fourth Hokage's son. Don't make a big deal of it. It's not anything big." As he goes, "No, I mean, that is big, but I mean, like, I was gonna ask you that, but I said, no, I'm not gonna make a big deal, kid. I mean, here, status means nothing. Well, it means nothing of who you were. So, who, basically, though, I heard he died." He goes, "Yeah, sealed something." Basically, he died protecting the village from the Nine Tails attack, and which then, well, all assassins here know about the story about what Minato did, but it's like, they even said they that he killed the Nine Tails. They know you can't kill the Nine Tails, so he goes, and he sealed it inside of you. He goes, mm-hmm. He goes, mistreated, abused, and neglected, somewhat by villagers. He goes, yeah, pretty much. As he looks at Altair, says, "Good job." He says, "Thank you." And so the leader just tells Naruto that, well, first off, we're gonna have to get some meat on those bones and then train you. As Naruto says, "Okay," in which he goes and eats, and they start training him after 2 hours. They're not treating him like, basically, how can I say this right? They're not treating him like pampering him. They're treating him like everyone else, in which we're doing a time skip. So, the time skip is we're going to Naruto when he's turns 13. He is about a month before the actual event, the Genin test. Naruto has learned so much. He basically has his own hidden blades. He even has his own weapons, basically. He has trained with Altair, um Ezio, Connor, and Edward, in which he knows how to use basically modified chakra guns, which the Creed has, dart ropes, berserker, and sleeping darts. Basically, hidden blades, two of them, swords, staffs, kunais, shurikens. His skills and his basically his taiju to physical strength and speed is like Rock Lee without weights in Shippuden already. His chakra control has gone to high Jonin level, and well, he's he's basically already overpowered in physical strength wise and chakra control. He has jutsus. He has not have he has a win still, but he also has an affinity with fire. Not fire. I mean with fire and water along with earth, which surprised most people. And he has made a lot of friends. His childhood was training, 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 and rest, play with friends, whoever he had to play with, and like that would happen like 5 days training, like with a little bit of breaks and here and there, and the two days basically doing whatever you want. And he had taken the test of survival, combat, and even this final one, basically to prove himself, to leave and be a full-on assassin. Well, in their eyes, he has to go take down a target, in which the leader follows Naruto basically to the target, which is in a known area where it is like, let's just say, a not a warlord but a person who controls a town, doing high taxes on them, and basically who has done a lot of crimes to these people, and his job is to kill him, which Naruto does not really care. He has become cold to this naturally because anticipation, and well, he knows that he can't always have a reason to fight and like to basically kill someone if needed. So he just tells himself he has to get used to this. Don't have a reason to kill him. Pretend you don't. He does like sneak into it, which he has. They don't have the eagle yet, but he has raised one too. And so like Naruto goes in. There wasn't really much security because this guy just like thinks no one's gonna attack him. So what happens is, since there's not much security, Naruto sneaks in pretty easily. And so when he gets to the man's like quarters, it was at night, so he's like sleeping. Naruto did check multiple rooms to see if this man had a family and stuff, which he wanted to make sure they would get like the family would like get out of there or something if something happens. And like there was none. This guy had no family. Didn't even have like anyone, like any girls to basically be like dating. So he basically just like goes up to the guy's room, sneaks in there, and hidden blades him. And he had to take a proof to say he did. So from teaching from Altair, basically he takes something that only this man will have, and even like gets a let's say this: the man always carried a locket, and Naruto would take it as proof, and so he gets out of there pretty easily. Same way he did, and he meets up. He goes like gets right to his teacher, like the master, and basically shows him the locket, in which he tells him, "Good, now you are ready." He does tell him, "I've seen you grown from age 6 to now. I've watched you. Everyone in the Creed loves you. You're like our own little, like, let's just say, our little own prince of the Creed." Which Naruto just says, "Hey, I never asked to be babied or pampered and stuff." He goes, "We know. I just like messing with you, kid." He goes, "Jeez, you old met people." Which then he laughs about it. He goes, "Yeah, soon you will be too. You'll understand." He goes, "Yeah, yeah." So they get down from the area. They, just start walking to like the cart that they are having. They talk, and he says that emblem that he's about to receive will basically be a sign of who you are. You will be able to have it anywhere you want on yourself, just like your headband of, well, of your village, but you'll be having something not like implanted, but branded onto you. Do you understand this, Naruto? And he nods. Also, if you guys are wondering if he had to lose a finger, no, he didn't. Just want to point that out. He did not need to lose any fingers. He has all his fingers. So yeah. So basically, um, Naruto understands this, and the Creed will always be with him. He says, "And remember, nothing is true, and all is permitted." Which Naruto says, right. But he does say, though, since you will not be with us, will we send you message, by summonings? Basically, any type of bird or animal that could carry a message to you will be your task. And we have been messaging your Kage for the past, well, ever since you were around 10 years old. We have been keeping in contact with him. He knows of your, profession now, and he knows how skilled you are, and that you also have learned the techniques there, the Shadow Jutsu and such. And you even have started talking to the tailed beast within you, in which Naruto nods. And so he even admits that it has worked beneficial for you to do this, because now he trusts you, and you have trust in him. Naruto nods. And, oh my god, my room's getting hot. Okay, sorry. And so the leader is just basically even saying points with Naruto that his fighting, basically his bird has, basically he chose a hawk like Altair, but it has basically turned. He's found out with the hawks the birds that they raise, hawks or eagles, that they raise, basically, it depends on the person's chakra, attitude, basically personality in general. Naruto's, basically, in hawk has like brown feathers, but Naruto's hawk has basically a orange and black patterns on it, along with, basically, it looks like fires on it, but the feathers look like there has like an image of fires on it, basically, in which he's even amazed at, because that never happened before. I mean, in that way, like they always had like a unique pattern to them, and so, and even though you do not have the branding to that basically has a special material that is infused with the chakra to be on on them, your hawk is always nearby you, and it does seem like sometimes you do get a glimpse of what he sees. And Naruto admits he does. But he did not help me out this time. It's like he understands what was meant to be. As you know, Naruto's hawk does appear. As, let's just say, Naruto calls it... Okay, hold on. He calls it Phoenix since it had like a weird pattern, like flames on it. So, he says Phoenix is always nearby. It's always good to have him. As, as the leader nods. And so, they say it only takes about like a day and a half to get back to the Creed. As they go to the, like, everyone commends Naruto for doing a job well done. Because if Naruto... basically, it was announced that Naruto, succeeded. And it was like... They did admit it was easy because the man was overestimating that no one will ever attack him. And sometimes, like, in history that has happened in this Creed, some people have attacked, like, other, like, people that were doing, like, bad, like, had, like, top security, but then others did not have any security, which was weird, because this guy did have, like, a lot of security, but during that time, they found out that that guy was just, like, he fired most of them because they didn't do their jobs right, they thought. So, yeah. So, anyways, Naruto, basically, gets branded with a weird, like the branding was in the flame with basically a beast, well, not a beast, with basically a bird guardian, like, above the flame, which then they don't do chants, they just say now, as of today, Naruto Uzumaki, you are assassin for the Creed and to your village. May the guardian spirit be always with you. As they brand Naruto as, like, he does, like, feel the pain. It hurts him a lot, but he takes it like a champ. So yeah, Naruto has gained multiple weapons, throwing knives, shurikens. Like I said though, heck, he even had like some stabs, like a staff and a sword. Basically, Altair, Ezio, Edward, and Connor did come over and congratulate him, and his Assassin's Creed outfit. Imagine it is a combination between all four Assassin's Creed protagonist outfits and just into one. Basically, what I'm talking about, the styles combined into one, and which part was the best. Like, which part you think would be the coolest part of them, which is combined into one outfit. And though it is black. And so, but it even has like a symbol of the fox on it. Like, everyone knew who he was. They all knew he was the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. So basically, they put a tail, like 9 tails, like going across the back of it. Like I say it's right. They had like a fox with 9 tails. Like the fox has like a head basically the body of the fox was like wrap around Naruto's like was wrapped around like on the like the head part, like the hood part, had like the fox there, and then like the tail just going down like basically like that. Imagine fox on the hood, and you put it on, you see like the fox head, somewhat. Like basically that's what they have like part of the hood, like fox like eyes, nose, and like ears a little, and then like tails going down. I'm trying to think of it like what they could do with it, but it's just like for design purposes. And that's it. So it looks like Naruto has like eyes still, like, and they don't think he's blind, but it was just Naruto goes, out of all the things you could have done, as basically Edward says, hey, I think it suits you since you're the Nine Tails. Jinchuriki. He goes, here I thought you guys would have gave me something really good without trying to make me look like a total idiot. He goes, we're your teachers and your best friends. So of course we're gonna do this to you. He goes, should have figured. As Naruto does like it though, so he puts it on, and Ezio does say, looks really good on you. Connor does like admits it too. Connor does give him a bow and arrows, and like a rope that he can throw and like pull people to him and such. Edward gives him swords and the pistols that he used are the chakra pistols. Ezio gives him basically a the hidden blades that would like come past and like he's able to shoot a pistol out of. And Altair does give him his like some scrolls along with basically a summoning scroll. He goes, what's this? He was like, I found this for you. I mean, the Nine Tails may be shocked to even see this. As, he hears Kurama saying, that's the Fox Scroll. Kid, made the contract. Now. As Naruto was, you sure, Kurama? He was like, yes. As basically Naruto, fights his finger, makes the contract, as all of a sudden like the scroll just starts like rolling back up, and then poof, it's like in the cage with the Kurama. He goes, now you're able to summon me and any foxes that you need. And Naruto goes, you sure? He goes, test it out. As basically Naruto does like hears the hand signs from Kurama, as then he says summoning jutsu, as then poof, a little Kurama's there. He goes, what's up, everyone? As Ezio does say, Edward just says, wow, I thought the Nine Tails would be bigger. As Kurama just says, trust me, it'll crush everyone here. I see, Edward rethinks it. He goes like, true. So he basically jumps up and goes on Naruto's shoulder, as then he says, oh kid, doesn't give a mask that's basically he can pull over his face. As well, Ezio just says, we were thinking about making it a little bit different for you, and so we decided to give you that. As he, basically he does put it on, and he says thank you to them. This is a good gift, as Naruto does, now Asta, he has learned that what their dojutsu will allow them to, besides having the bird, without having his hawk show him where enemies are and stuff, he's able to travel through shadows or blend into the surroundings way more easier, which will basically have like a genjutsu around him as long as he sits down in the area for a period of time or is in a group. No one will like recognize him, so that way he has a lot more easier time. He can blend into the shadows or travel through them. He can hide in basically anywhere. And, well, yeah. So that's what the dojutsu does. And so, what happens next after that? Like, everyone's like wishing him goodbye. Heck, even some give him some money. And he does, like, say he wish he didn't have to leave. He's met so many good people here. Especially a girl. Which I don't. Which is his friend only. Because she. I was gonna say it was gonna be the ship, but I was like, nah. I don't remember any Naruto characters that could probably be an assassin. Trying to think now. Okay, I cannot think of a ship for this one. Try to think of a girl that could be like an assassin, like from like a different anime. I can't think of one. Well, let's just say this girl is friends with Naruto but has feelings for him, but she can't confess, like Hinata. But instead, she couldn't tell him because she didn't know how he felt because of, well, this is the very first time she ever liked a guy, so yeah. So Naruto basically has a celebration, a party, and then like he heads out. He gets, in 2 days' time, he gets to the village, in which Hiruzen was told, and Hiruzen himself was waiting at the gate, as he just sees Naruto walking to the gate with a hood on and a hawk on his shoulder, in which Hiruzen be like, "No, is that Naruto? Naruto has grown a little bit, and basically." Naruto had to get into a couple of fights with people on the way there. So he does have like a little bit of blood on him. And when Naruto reaches the Konoha gates, he takes off the hood and be like, "Lord Third, it's nice to see you again." As he goes, "Naruto, how have you been?" He goes, "Pretty good. You?" He goes, "Horrible." He goes, "Why?" He goes, I I did not think anything through for you. I allow other people to make my judgment for me, and I've listened to." As Naruto tells him to shh, don't blame yourself. You only were doing what you thought was right. It's fine. Now, I've been technically not walking, but my ride did get like busted because of freaking bandits. So they dead. As he noticed like two swords on his side, he was like, "Naruto, why you have two swords?" He was like, "Oh yeah, I can dual wield swords." I was taught by a pirate named Edward, which, well, the Horizon heard about him. So he was like, "Oh, all right." He goes, "Yeah." So how's everyone in, well, the Rookie Nine? As Horizon just says, "Well, compared to you, they lack." As he smiles, he goes, "Good." So yeah, so he goes, well, Horizon takes him to his old apartment. And everything there was, well, cleaned. Which Horizon's shocked as the landlord comes in. He goes like, "Oh, hello there." As Naruto goes, "Landlord?" And he goes, "Ah, Naruto! There you've been." He goes, "Hey, sorry about the rent." He goes, "Ah, no problem. I already knew about what happened." He goes, "Wait, what?" He goes, "Yeah. Altair came over and told me." "Sorry to hear about that, kid. You should have told me you weren't eating properly or being treated right. I would have done something." I was like, "Seriously? You would have done something?" He was like, yeah. So, you know, if you ever need anything, just come over and talk. But as he looks at Naruto up and down, he was like, "You don't need it. You don't help in certain situations now." As Naruto just says, "Yeah, thanks. This is weird." Whew, but yeah, so after that, Naruto, I mean, the landlord leaves and Naruto just unpacks his bag and Harusan does ask him would he like to go to the, well, the academy. Iruka does know your arrival, so, you know, he was sure. Alright, let me just get changed. Don't want to go out looking like this all the time. This is my outfit I wear for, well, Harusan nods. So, he gets changed and they go over to the academy. So what happens after they get there? Everyone's curious about Naruto's strength. How strong is he? How skilled he is? What did he learn and such? And so combat, like Iruka just says, a combat portion. Sasuke versus Naruto. All the girls cheer for Sasuke, and Naruto just basically tells him, Sasuke, I know you're good, but think again. Sasuke does get a little bit angry at this and rushes forward and tries to throw a punch at Naruto. As Naruto just dodges it and basically parries it. Not like, there's like a counterattack which stuns him, and then Naruto grabs him by the throat and slams him down to the ground, and he basically grabs his arm and twists it and has his wrist starting to like being twisted in the other direction as he says, if you want nothing bad happen to you, concede. As Sasuke does, which shocked everyone. In which all the girls does say, rematch because, you don't got lucky, you can't do that again as Sasuke. As Naruto just says, well, I don't care. Just, shut it. And so, he just starts leaving. Everyone does their fights. And so, Mitsuki is just annoyed at how well Naruto did. So, he decided to make Naruto's test a little bit harder. On his written test. So the day of the written test, boom, like Naruto freaking still aces it, which surprised, Mitsuki, and then like Naruto basically he says multi Shaolin Jutsu, and boom, he makes about 20 different clones. So he passes. Okay. Alright. Everyone, I'm starting to doze off, so I'm gonna make a second part to this later in the day. Alright? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just losing my train of thought here. And that's not good. So, yep. I'm making a second part to this what if. Everyone, have a nice day, night, wherever you are. Bye.